This video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCGO code cards. Looking for that last card to complete your online deck or just to get the latest booster packs in town, they literally have everything, even the Fusion Strike stuff. So be sure to head over to the website PotownStore.com and use that coupon code ZapDoesTCG for 5% off. Also, head over to cardsmarket.com if you're a European player. This website is fantastic. You can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe, and I personally use it every single day to get rid of cards that I don't need to buy new ones. Use the referral name ZapDoesTCG and you're helping out the channel tremendously. Last but certainly not least is yourplaymat.com. This website is fantastic when you create your own unique custom playmat. They ship worldwide, and of course right now you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. So start creating your own unique custom playmat for the new season. So thanks for sticking with the commercials. Let's get this video on the roll. Peace. Sup YouTube, it's ZapDoesTCG here. Welcome back to our TCG battle video on my channel. Today we're actually going to be checking out Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, but with an addition of course, the cross switchers. Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX has of course been performing quite well as of late. People are playing hammers, but I think the best way of playing this deck is playing it with the cross switchers, because right now you're going to be able to use Melony as well as Gust somebody up with cross switchers, which I think is very, very strong. We also have a high amount of Suicune in here for the early game pressure and Cape of Toughness to help it out with that. The cool thing is that you might think like if you're playing Ice Rider, you actually are weak to metal, and sometimes they use of course stuff like Sparkle to set up Genesects, and Zacian is also still popular. That's why we have two main attackers, Suicune as well as Ice Rider. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You're gonna get daily content like this. And today we're going to be showcasing that cross switchers, and of course a Melony deck is going to be busted. So without further ado, we already got familiar with most of these cards. We of course have Path to the Peak, Shutdown, the of course Fusion Strike system. We have Fan of Waves, getting rid of special energies, and of course there's a quick shooting Inteleon line in here to just pew, 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 shoot down on opponents to just of course go for one-hit KOs with Suicune, or of course with the Max Land slapping 250. Very, very strong deck, and we're going to be of course seeing on the versus ladder if the cross switchers will help us out to win some more games. If you guys are hyped for this video, be sure to let me know by slapping the hell out of the like button. It helps out so much. I always say it in every video, and you guys rock if you would do so. So I don't know what you personally think about the best Melony deck right now. People are playing Rapid Strike Urshifu with Melony, but I think Ice Rider is just perfect for Melony. You also discard your energies that way, so you discard energies, you can get them back with Melony. 250 is a nice damage output for only 2 energies. And we are actually not having a bad hand. We don't even have a supporter, but we have the second turn Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX with 250, which is very scary for the opponent. And we also go first, so that's awesome. Okay, let's see here. Subble, attachment, and go. They can do what they want, but we are getting the first KO, that's for sure. So you don't always need a lot when you're playing Ice Rider. Definitely going first. You have so many capabilities. Slapping 250 is nice. Okay, there is that escape rope. We do have Scoop Up Net, which we utterly don't care about. They might leave us trapped, and there's a Marnie on top of it. Okay, the cool thing is that we might draw ourselves into Drizzles, and Drizzles can find ourselves Melonies or Researches, and it's going to be perfect from there on out. We have Research, getting rid of 2 cross switchers. The cross switchers are actually very nice because at this stage we can Gust and Research in the same turn, which is always a strong play. Depends on if they will have an attacker set up, and I think they will have. They're probably going to be Urshifu if I had to guess here. Quick Ball for the Urshi, or maybe a Crobat. The cool thing is that we can Gust, and that is very strong. We're also getting ourselves out of the active position, so the escape rope from the opponent actually helped ourselves out tremendously. The only thing we are looking for is a Drizzle, so we can find Evolution and Sense, and then we will be able to KO whatever Pokemon they will have up and rolling. So this is very, very strong. Cross Switcher, such a powerful card. If you play 2 of them at the same time, you have a Guzma effect. If you've been playing back in the days of Burning Shadows, or for as of late, it's like a switch on a Bossasaurus all into 1 card. But there are actually 2 cards, but you can just play them instantly if you have 2 of them in the hand. So super nice, and you can fetch them out with, of course, stuff like the Shady Dealings. Super nice. There's a Rapid Strike energy going onto the Urshi, and we utterly don't care about this. So look at this. Even having a Quick Ball on top of it. Quick Ball could get ourselves Crobat, so we could draw some more cards. Cross Switcher here. Let's freaking go. I think I will attach here because I don't know if we will have access to more stuff. Look at this. Drizzle is here. And Drizzle will find Evolution Essence, and then the opponent will be crying in the corner, presumably. We also have Fan of Waves, not what we need. Oh, well played. Yo, how awesome was that? Evolution Essence, finding ourselves the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. We knew it was in there, which is awesome. Going to be slapping down a Suicune on top of it. Going to go for Capacious Bucket, getting some more stuff. I'm gonna wait with this other Drizzle here because I'm gonna use that to use Boss's Orders or something. So for now, it's gonna be Max Lance. We also will need Melony, by the way. So yeah, getting rid of 2. And that's how strong Cross Switcher is. Did you see the pure power of our second turn? That was just insanity. Okay, what do we get? Drizzle, that's nice. And Evolution Essence. Okay, we only need to use Melony, and maybe we find 2 Cross Switchers again. It could happen because we have Evolution Essence to find shady dealings, and that means we can Gust whatever we want. Okay, there is a Zeraora coming out of nowhere. Marnie, we might draw ourselves. I didn't see if our both Cross Switchers are still left in the deck. I should check that out very quickly with this Quick Ball. There's also Fan of Waves, which you can utilize. We already have Melony as well. This seems pretty strong. We could also like Quick Ball for Crobat. I don't know if Path to the Peak is definitely going to be... I don't know if that's going to be necessary in this matchup. So I think I will get rid of Path to the Peak. Maybe get a Crobat, then Melony, then try to see if we can find Cross Switchers here. So we can hunt down that Zeraora. They could go for Keep Calling and then go for Cross Fist, which is a little bit tense. If they have Ryan. They will need Ryan and a basic energy in the discard pile as well. But if they have a basic energy on the Sobble, that's no problem whatsoever. We can of course Gust around it as we please. We don't see any 3 prizers anymore. There's only 2 prizers up on the field. And Drizzle will of course find some more stuff. I wish they will just accelerate a Rapid Strike energy so we can use Fan of Waves. Okay, a basic fighting energy and there's Keep Calling. So it's like Urshifu Zeraora, I would say. Urshifu Zeraora against our fantastic Ice Rider updated list. Okay, another Urshi gets in our way. Quick Ball this. Sure. What can we find? A Crobat, so we can dig for some more resources. Is not too shabby. We have... where's our Cross Switchers? They're both in there, by the way. And Shade Dealing's also in here. 1 Evolution Essence could do the trick here. 1 Evolution Essence could do the trick. So we're going to be going for this. We're going to be going for Crobat. We're going to be drawing a couple of cards here. No Evolution Essence whatsoever. We do have Lava Ball, Drizzle, which can find an Evolution Essence right there. That's not bad. Definitely not bad. I'll take this one. We're not going to be going for Marnie. Instead, we'll just get rid of this. Get some more cards while we're at it. I'll take this Ice Rider, thank you. And then we're gonna be going for Melony. Here. We do have the Air Balloon. Unfortunately, we do not have another energy. So yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. Cape of Toughness definitely going here. Yeah, we could have like both Cross Switchers, but we didn't draw into a single energy after all that draw power. That's crazy. That is crazy. Tool Scrapper, Telescopic Sight. Maybe that's a nice option. Because we do have research for later, so maybe... We are not... If we don't knock out anything, it's gonna be not forcing him to attack with something else. Interesting, right? He could go for Rhine and then we are slaughtered here. They could also have Energy Switch, but that will not activate this guy. They could go for G-Max Rapid Flow for all we know. I'll take this Evolution Essence for now. Yeah. Next up, Evolution Essence again. Yeah, I don't think we have Capacious Bucket left, so we are not going to be able to get a K off this turn. Not the worst thing ever. Yeah, that's not the worst thing ever. So I think I will just go for Quick Shooting. We won't get a KO here, but if he goes for the VMAX, that would be pretty interesting. We can also knock out 2 of these fellas, which is not too shabby, and also take care of some of the Subbles. I don't know how many they have left. I think I'll take this one for now. And we could air balloon and protect our Ice Rider, but this seems okay. We didn't knock out anything, so no Ryan action, and also we whiffed out on a couple of important puzzle pieces. The cool thing is we will have access to cross switchers, and we will be able to go on the offensive, taking out stuff like the Zero Aura and taking out the Crobat there as well. They could of course Gale Thrust into us. There's quick shootings on top of it, but they still need to take 6 prize cards. And there is that Rapid Strike energy. We can Fan of Waves that. That is super nice. There is that Drizzle. And how did we whiff out on energies, by the way? That's crazy, man. Have you guys played around with cross switchers and Ice Rider? Let me know. Or are you more on the train of crushing hammers? Let me know in the comments below. There's that research, so no, not altering our hand, which is super nice. I know there's still 2 cross switchers in our list, which means if we draw into an evolution instance, he's gonna be going down. Okay, there's a research no Ryan, which is nice. They could of course try and attack with Rapid Strike Urshifu here, which it probably will do. And then we Fan of Waves and then knock out the Zero Aura, which is pretty scary. And by that time we will have a lot of Pokemon set up here, which is super nice. 250 is a crazy attack. 30 more for every one of the opponent's bench Pokemon. We could also like Gust up the Crobat here, but 160, then as 180, then double snipe is an option. They might be stuck. Oh boy, this turns into quite the interesting game. They do attack the Ice Rider here. Not an issue whatsoever. I think next turn we will of course need to Melony and Gust at the same time. Okay, there's a Strafe coming along. They literally give us the Crobat here. It's crazy. They just concede. They didn't have a way to deal with our Ice Rider. They didn't find their Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. Maybe it was priced. But the cool thing is that we were able to showcase that early game pressure of Cross Switcher. Did you see that? Knocking out the opponent's Pokemon before it was able to do stuff in the first place. So I definitely am a huge fan of Cross Switchers in this Ice Rider build. We're going to be playing some more games with, of course, this fantastic water deck. Okay, water deck versus water deck. Who has the better water deck out of the bunch? We'll figure that out very shortly. Okay, hopefully we'll start again with some Ice Riders and Sobbles. That was a very great hand. Okay, no main attacker. Although Suicune can just get itself set up in no time. Alright, Fan of Waves on top of it. Interesting. This is an interesting hand. We might attach here. Sure. If we research... Let's see here. If we Lava Ball, we have Drizzle. Drizzle can then maybe research, but then we don't have Melony, right? Maybe we get 1 energy. Maybe 2. If we retreat, having higher chance of drawing into Quick Ball or anything else for that matter. So let's just take these 2. Might as well slap down a first turn pad to the peak. Go for a Lava Ball. Subble number 2. Snapping down Evolution Incense for a Drizzle. And yeah, that's all we're able to do here. We have 2 Suicunes, 4 Cross Switchers. That should be okay, right? Alright, we didn't have an attacker just yet, but we might of course use Drizzle to find Melony. Let's hope we top that Quick Ball. Anything of these would work pretty well. 1 energy to the Subble. They could go for Keep Calling. That's exactly what they're doing here. Subble. That's all they did. Okay, fine. No main attacker. Okay, we do draw into the research here. That's crazy. Yeah. This... Finding ourselves... Yeah, I think we'll need the Quick Ball here. We definitely need the Quick Ball. Don't want to get rid of Tool Scrapper, by the way, but I guess there's no other option here. There's no other option. Let's go for our good friend Suicune. On this situation, I might as well go for the Ice Rider here, because Ice Rider dishes out more damage. And on the other hand, our Ice Rider VMAXs are all priced. So yeah, Suicune it is. Suicune it is. Attachment here, and going for a good old research. Getting rid of all these cards. We can also go for Keep Calling, by the way. Not that it's gonna matter too much here. This one. This one. This one. These out of the deck, and we could go for Keep Calling, but it will not affect this situation whatsoever. Yeah, this is okay. We could also scoop up the Drizzle. We can do that later as well. It's good. We could retreat. I don't know if they're gonna be able to KO a Sobble here, but we'll figure it out. We of course can use Shady Dealings to go for cross switchers as well, so we can target whatever we please, which is not a bad idea. There's only a bunch of Sobbles up in play. Other than that, okay, Tool Scrapper. We both got rid of our Tool Scrappers. Okay, it's fine. We do have more where that came from. They could go for the first attack here and go and attack with their Suicune, knocking out our Sobble, which would be pretty strong. They could go for Quick Ball, finding the Suicune, then Drizzle for the Melony, then retreat. Yeah. This is a kind of a mirror match. The problem is that our Ice Riders are all priced. A huge problem. They don't have a full bench size just yet. We will need to snipe the Suicune in order to KO it later. They also lowered their bench size by scooping up. And now they will have access to Melony. I wonder if they will have the other energy as well. Maybe we should have promoted Suicune here. Just maybe. I thought he was not going to get out an attack, but little did I know I was wrong. Melony in time. 2 Drizzles on the bench as well. That's crazy. An energy on the Suicune, and they will bump up the Sobble here. So in this mirror match, it's pretty tricky. Can attack with Suicune by having Cape of Toughness as well. They don't have another fella going around. It's a pretty interesting hand. We can evolve into these Shady Dealings. How much damage is that? 160. Yeah, that's not the damage output I want to see here, but alright. What to do? Attachment. Lava Ball. Drizzle. Let's go for this Drizzle. Using it, getting our good friend Melony. We can also have Balsasaurus and knock out some stuff. It's time for Melony to shine. Check it out. Okay, we have quick shooters on here to help out with damage output. Quick shooters, like we are slapping 3, 4, 5, 6, 140. We're gonna have to just 2-shot, right? Yeah, this seems okay to me. Just gonna go for a classic 2-shot. We didn't use the Cape of Toughness here, but I really want to find some prize cards here, so we can also knock him out with like 2 quick shooters if we are using Pierce here, but the problem is we only have 210 HP, so in our situation they took the first prize cards, which is pretty bad. Evo Incense. Now the quick shooters will actually activate, or not. They go for Shady Dealings, which means we might survive here because we still have 1 Cape of Toughness left in the deck. So this mirror match is pretty interesting. Also, we have still access to cross switchers, which could help out. Shady dealings. Maybe another Suicune appears. This guy has 70 HP remaining. They could grab themselves the Cape of Toughness, which will not matter here because we still KO'd him. And I hope by that time we will have Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX available to us. I want to have multiple quick shooters out. What will they grab? I'm very curious to see. I always was glad about that first matchup, where of course we were able to use cross switchers on turn 2. Melony and Lovable. Okay, cross switchers going after the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. Okay, attachment onto the Subble, retreat. Melony on a new Suicune. They want to poke the Ice Rider here. Turning that into a 3-prizer at one point is not too shabby. Maybe we survive this hit. Cape of Toughness as well on the other Suicune. Lovable. Drizzle, yeah, that's bad. I really didn't want this Drizzle to evolve, so we could have got a cheeky prize card over there, but okay. We do have access to Cape of Toughness to discard that with the Tool Scrapper. No, we do not. Oh, that's super huge. Tool Scrappers are out of the woodworks. And they're also playing cross switch, so it's like an exact mirror match, almost. Full attack of 180. We also have cross switchers of our own. Evolution Incense. Okay, let's try and target down this guy. So next turn we will have access to KOs. We can cross switch. But we will need multiple prize cards, right? That's an issue. Can attack the Suicune. 2 prizes, that's bad. Maybe we should focus on this guy. If we have a full bench, we can KO it, right? Right. Not gonna be attaching here anymore. It's time for Marnie. Come on, basic Pokemon, where are you at? One Pokemon short, unfortunately. Blizzard Rondo. 200. Okay. Some Pokemon are almost getting sniped away. That's a little bit strange, right? He can just quick shoot our fella and then knock out our active. I just hope we top deck an Ice Rider VMAX from the prizes. We still have access to Scoop Up Net, so we can have a lone Ice Rider VMAX at one point, which is not too bad. So much damage spread across the field. If he evolves, this can turn into a 3-prize KO. Well, we're gonna be taking 5 prize cards. It depends on what they have. We can also just attack with a 200 attack Glacial Lance. How many Melonies did they play? 2. 2 Drizzles in play. Shady Dealings in play as well. Maybe they don't have Melony on this turn. We Marnie them, right? We'll see what happens. A very cool mirror match, that's for sure. They took the first prize card on a cheeky Subble, which was bad. Lots of gusting capabilities in our hand as well. We've played 2 cross switchers so far. And I wonder if they will go for the VMAX. Maybe they just let this guy get knocked out. Quick shooters can also knock out the Suicune. This guy has a 2 retreat cost. They will need Melony or a switch card. They manually... Oh, another Shady Dealings. Okay. Alright. That is bad. They could try to gust up something. Unless both... Yeah, cross switchers. They have cross switchers. They are going to use the cross switchers on top of quick shooters. Alright. Cross switchers. Who are they going to take? This one? Okay. That's strange. You could have knocked us out with sniping. And now they're gonna go after Suicune. Okay, makes sense. That does make sense. Blizzard Rondo. If we have a full bench and Tool Scrapper, but we don't have, no longer have Tool Scrapper, unfortunately. Yeah, it's Suicune time. How do we do this? Slapping down this. Quick Shooters activation on this guy. Poof. This one's knocked out. Cape of Toughness. Wow, I'll gladly accept this one. You can only snipe once, right? 260, that's not a KO. Quick Shooters here. I'm gonna scout real quick what we still have access to. Yeah, we have multiple bosses orders left. That's nice. What else is here? A scoop up net. No more Marnies. We do have full bench if we attack him right now. Well, he can also get a full bench KO. That's something we don't want. Cape of Toughness. That's 220, 240, right? That's 240 in total. 220 in total. One here, one here. It's 220. I think we still survive. Can also boss something and KO it, like the Quick Shooter. That's not too bad, right? Next turn we KO this. We have to KO this one as well. Tricky, 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 tricky. Okay, there's a scoop up net. That's not bad. Maybe they have another Cape of Toughness, which would be entirely bad for our situation. I wonder what we should do. Like in this scenario, we attack and hope they don't have Cape of Toughness. Because if they do, we are entirely knocked out unless we go for the Ice Rider VMAX right here. Keeping the water energy in hand just in case. They could still have Boss's Orders and snipe this guy, right? So maybe they have Boss's Orders for sure. I think I'll just scoop up the Inteleon here. Then attach. We're not gonna be able to attach this turn. They could Marnie for all we know. Ah, scary games. Let's just go for a Blizzard Rondo here. Oh boy. This is one of the most close mirror matches I've seen. I don't know how many Cape of Toughness they're playing. Maybe a one as prize. They're not having access to it right away because they don't have any Drizzles out, which is good news for us. We only need one snipe on this guy. One snipe it is. They could also Gust up our Inteleon, which would be bad. But we don't have a lot of Pokemon on our bench, so I really want to take one prize card here. And if we take one prize card, you have a good deck. They could see it. We did it. We outsmarted the opponent. We, of course, they probably had a Cape of Toughness prize or something, and we had a lot of options to boss. So, whew, I'm glad I was able to use that scoop up net there. So yeah, the mirror match, we won that as well. So cross switchers is mind-boggling how cool it is. They could like have so many options. The problem with our like game right here is that both of our Ice Rider VMAXs were priced, but it's fine. Right now we start off with quite a reasonable hand. We have Suicune, we have Levelball, we have a Crobat if we want to dig a little bit deeper, and also we go second, so that means we can research until our heart's content. Maybe we'll need to find... Okay, capture energy already, so 2 Houndours already threatening our Suicune for a KO if they have 3 single strike energies equipped onto the Umbreon. That's tricky. I'm not gonna slap down this Crobat because it's a 2 prize liability. I think I'll just go for Fleet-Footed, Lava Ball, Subtle, Research, maybe find Cape of Toughness, protecting ourselves. Okay. 2 Houndours. I don't see any single strike Urshifu V. That's super nice. Alright, let's get it on. Suicune. Fleet-Footed. Let's go. Finding ourselves Subtle. It's an Ice Rider, that's not too bad either. Lava Ball. Subtle in the house. And I'm using Evolution Instance to scout what we still have access to. 2 Subbles, that's fine. Ice Riders in here. 4 Cross Switchers. Fan of Waves, also super strong. Tool Scrapper could be strong. Okay. 3 Melonies in there and 2 Cape of Softness. That's not bad. Let's go for it. We could slap down Crobat, but Crobat is a liability. Let's go for Resurge instead. Cross Switchers and Path to the Peak as well. Well, this is an interesting hand. No water energies whatsoever. We don't have an attach of the turn. That makes it super scary. I think I'll Air Balloon here. So we can draw another card, right? Evolution Incense, Finding Ourselves, Drizzle. We need a water energy. And we need it ASAP. Okay, there's that water energy. Perfect. Maybe the Ice Rider VMAX can do some havoc. We could poke 40 with the cross switchers on something. This guy can put damage onto itself. That's actually not a bad idea, but then we're wide in the open, right? But 40 on an Umbreon seems pretty strong. Maybe we just shut down everything with Path to the Peak. And then go for it later. Sure. I wonder what they will have. Maybe they have Tower of Darkness instantly. We didn't find our Cape of Toughness. We did find that energy for the Ice Rider though. Which was all we needed actually. We can go for Ice Rider VMAX, then slap for 250 on an Umbreon. The Umbreon will probably damage itself, and by the time we will have a quick shooter out, that's 270. Umbreon has 310 HP, which means this guy will need to use 2 single strike roars in order to just slow down the Umbreon, which would be perfect. If not, it's a turn later that we KO it, it's fine. Path to the Peak is also in play, so no Dark Signal, hopefully, on our Ice Rider. Depends on what they have in hand. But there's so many things possible in the Pokemon TCG right now. Depends on, yeah, they use Dark Signal instantly, so that's cool. We are safe. There's the Single Strike Roar Umbreon, Houndoom I mean. So please damage the Umbreon VMAX. That will be superb. Then we can gust it up, slap for 250 damage output. This guy slapping 180. That was the attach of turn, by the way. They could have 2 single strike roars, which would not be bad. Our Suicune gets knocked out that way, I know. But on the other hand, he damages himself, right? That is definitely interesting. And if he damages himself, we can have a 2-hit KO with max lance 250, quick shooting, quick ball. No more Crobats. I don't know how many Crobats you are running, but maybe single strike Urshifu V could appear here. And if it appears, this is pretty concerning because they can one-hit KO with the single strike Urshifu VMAX. With the Umbreon, they have a little bit of a harder time because they could single strike roar here. Okay, another Crobat. Hello, Path to the Peak. Hello, please tap it down. They don't see it. I would have never done the Crobat here. Unless they hope they top deck, maybe their last card is a Tower of Darkness and then the Crobat makes sense. Also with so many cross switchers in hand, I wonder if he's even, yeah. Opponent probably will concede here. I wonder, yeah, Path to the Peak, super strong. Glad I slapped it down. We have Lava Ball Drizzle, so we have the same hand basically. We can also maybe attack with the Suicune if we somehow miraculously find what we need. We can Fleet-Foot it, slap down Subble, use Drizzle, Fleet-Foot it, get energies as well. If we draw into like Melony, that would be bad because there's no energy in the discard pile, but if we draw into Quick Ball, it would be better. So the Drizzle can turn into something else. Okay, he does damage himself. Super nice. That's what we want to see here. Maybe he's still stuck with the Houndoom. Draw some more cards. Single Strike goes away though. Single Strike goes away. Fan of Waves could be initially strong. Research here. Wow, what do you know? Okay. Capacious Bucket. 2 energies. thinning the deck. Probably will need the Melony from here on out. On top of this, we use Fan of Waves. Getting that single strike energy back in deck. Maybe he'll have to use it again. We're gonna be going for Lava Ball, finding Drizzile. We're gonna be going for a good classic Fleet-footed first. See what we have to deal with. Another Lava Ball, okay. We're gonna be attaching on the Ice Rider. We're gonna be going for the Drizzile here. Let's see what we have access to, right? Cross switches would be nice. Yeah, we have no way to attack unless we find cross switches. Quick Ball can of course find... No Crobat. Oh, this is interesting. We are pretty stuck with our Suicune there. That's pretty damn bad. Might as well get a Cape of Toughness then. Making ourselves more tankier than ever before, or maybe another Path to the Peak. Tankier or Path to the Peak? I think tankier is the better out here. Go for this. Go for that. Go for Lava Ball. Finding ourselves another Subble. Here we freaking go. Our air balloon is prized, by the way. Ooh, double cross switchers? Are you for real? Yeah, double cross switchers, but nothing else to work with. Can of course double cross switchers and draw another card with the Suicune. How in the world? I don't know if they will have gusting capabilities though. Really love using these cross switchers to start poking some damage. The problem is... Yeah, there is a tiny little bit of a problem because we won't be able to get out of the active that way. With 2 single strike roars and an attach of turn, he of course damages himself quite a bit, which is nice. Yeah, we're just gonna have to leave it as it is. Or maybe we find our Ice Rider there. Might as well put the Cape of Toughness on here just to play it a little bit more safe. And then next turn we attack. It's fine. It is fine. They could have Tool Jammer for all we know. We also didn't find another Path to the Peak. They already played 2 Crobats down. They only have 2 Houndooms, and if they activate both of them on the Umbreon, I think that's a very scary situation to be in. Next turn we do have cross switchers. We will draw a card with Fleet-footed. We're going to be drawing another card with Fleet-footed. We're going to have a Drizzile. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, damaging himself some more as to be expected. I was anticipating this. So right now, ooh, the Tool Jammer on top of it, that's 200. They could KO us, but then we can KO him, so it doesn't matter. Because this guy has 260, not a number they can hit for. This also has 260, so they could hunt after this Suicune, I guess. Research, no Bossasaurus. And that is 3 Tower of Darkness down. If we slap down Path to the Peak, it sticks for the rest of the game. Super nice. Yeah, sometimes the air balloon goes on a different fella. I thought it was prized, but now that I see it, it's on the other Suicune. You don't have a lot of switching cards, but of course cross switchers could help out, but we didn't find our Ice Rider VMAX, which is fine by me. Yeah, this is going to probably be game for in this situation. Maybe they still don't get their Houndoom out of the active. How many switch cards do they play? If they don't get out of the active right now, it's definitely game because we gust this guy up. We slap 250, we snipe. That's already like well committed. They could single strike onto the Houndoom to start attacking here. And that means we have to cross switch, which means we don't attack the Umbreon VMAX. We don't initially need to attack the Umbreon. We can also attack the Crobat, take 2 prize cards, then knock out this fella. Okay, they just pass it out. So our main strategy was Fleet-footed on top of cross switcher. Drawing some more cards with, first of all, Cape, this one, Energy, on top of Fleet-footed. Look at this, Drizzile, activate, finding Melony, not Melony, evolution. Oh, no evolution and Suns inside. Are you for real? Okay, this makes it entirely difficult. We do have Tool Scrapper. Getting that's something we'll need. Yo, that's ridiculous. Okay, tool scrapper. Get rid of that. What now? They just concede. They just concede. They thought we already had the Ice Rider VMAX, but nothing more was true. We probably would have used Melony to just dig ourselves a little bit deeper and then find something else. Maybe attack with Suicune. Who knows? It would have been definitely a win count. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of Ice Rider with, of course, 4 copies of Cross Switcher. I think it's very strong as seen in this video. A second turn, a Cross Switcher in the late game. Cross Switcher, there's so many capabilities. You can Melony and Cross Switcher in the same turn, and that is something that is very powerful in today's metagame. Be sure, of course, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to, of course, slap the hell out of the like button. Helps out so much. And be sure to head over to our sponsors, PokemonStore.com, the best place for TCGO code cards. You can use that coupon code ZapDoseTCG for 5% on everything on the website, from Fusion Strike codes all the way up to promo codes like Zacian, Dragapult. And the cool thing right now is that, of course, they have the gift boxes for the holiday season, so be sure to check it out over at Pokemon Store. Go also check out cardmarket.com, the European platform to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day. You guys should do it as well if you're European. You can, of course, easily access cards that you want. Just recently, I just got myself some Suicunes to just play in real life, and of course, use the referral name ZapDoseTCG when creating an account. Last but not least is yourplaymat.com, the best website to create your own unique custom playmat. You can create one today and get 10% off your order by clicking the link down below. They ship worldwide, so start designing your favorite wallpaper or onto a playmat. That's gonna be fantastic for, of course, playing in real life. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG epicness. Peace.